Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. If you do enjoy the content on the channel, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it so much. But let's hop right into what we're going to be looking at today. So as you know, Set 2 War of the Amulet released on the 8th of December. I think I put a video up on the 9th. And we've just been going through all of the cards in Set 2. I obviously don't have them all in person right now because the Game Crafter is taking a while. But we do have a home printer, so I'm just going to print them out like that. They're not going to be the best quality images. Obviously, I have a home printer. But it's going to give you the general idea, and I'll obviously show you guys all of the cards once they come in as well. So today I'm going over the Royalty Faction. So the Royalty Faction didn't get the best fan response from Set 1. So I was hoping to add a few cards in there to make them a little bit better. And with the rule changes that you saw last video for Set 2 War of the Amulet, of course, they have actually become a pretty valuable option so far, especially mixed with goblins or pirates. They seem pretty effective, so hopefully you guys can make some pretty cool decks. And if you have any, put them down below the deck list or on the Discord. Please join on there. I'd like to see as many people as I can on there. Okay, we're going to start off this video with Centronium Knight. This was actually a collaboration. The artwork was a collaboration. Actually, the whole card idea was with Alaria TCG. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check that one out. It's very nice. He actually took Grunt Goblin and put that into a card called Goblin Grunt in his game. So that was a pretty cool crossover right there. So he had Centronium Knight, threw it in my game. Cost 3 attack, 3 defense. And when casted, you get to choose one. So you either give target creature +1 attack, +1 defense for this round only, or can take your chances and roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 6, give this creature +2 attack, +2 defense till death. So obviously if you get lucky, you're playing a 5 attack, 5 defense for 3. That is a huge plus right there. But if not, I mean, you don't get anything. So that's a gamble right there, or you could just go with the safe option, give a creature 1/1 for the round. Early game won't be too useful, I don't think, because you might not have too many creatures. But not a bad card at all. The next card for the Royalty Faction in Set 2 is Amulet of Life. Cost 4 ability card. Gain health equal to the amount of creatures you control on the battlefield. You guys have probably seen this one before. Pretty standard, and obviously if you're playing like a small creature deck where you can just get a bunch of creatures out, you can gain a lot of health in one turn with this. Obviously it has a counter that the goblins own, their amulet, but definitely one of the cooler cards art-wise for sure as well. Next card we have is Cairo Royal Knight. This guy's pretty unique for the Royalty Faction. That's because he has Idle and Grounded on him, so he cannot be banished. He cannot be affected by ability cards as well. So pretty much the only way to kill him is with actual creatures. He costs 3, 2 attack, 4 defense. When casted, gain 2 health. So he gets a +2 in health, 2 attack, 4 defense. He's pretty defensive as well. And it's just going to be hard to get around this guy. But if you do, it's not impossible, but definitely kind of annoying. So this is a good card to have in your deck, and Cairo is going to be a character that I'll probably expand on eventually. We have Shattered Weapon, cost 2 ability card. Put a -6 attack, -0 defense counter on target creature for the rest of this round. So this is really useful if your opponent is swinging for a bunch of damage in a turn that you don't want to take. You can put -6 on their attack power for the turn, and that way it might save you some health. And then even better, if they're attacking your creature or you're attacking their creature, you can make their creature weaker to kill theirs while it can't kill yours. Obviously that would be great. So very versatile, and it costs 2, so it's pretty cheap as well. Good card. Another ability card right here, No Mercy, cost 2. Target creature with 2 attack or less is banished. Now this could be very, very useful. Just some cards off the top of my head. You can get rid of Wicked Witch, who's a big problem. You can get rid of Grunt Goblin without killing it, because when a card is banished, it is not killed. So you won't take 4 damage for that. Get rid of Pioneer, Solo Drunken Sailor. You can get rid of a lot of annoying 1 to 2 cost creatures that have 2 attack or less. So this is a very useful card, and maybe it should cost 3, but it costs 2, so go wild with it. We also have Rebel Knight, adding a little bit of speed. It was definitely lacking speed, but now with Rebel Knight, just a little bit, might be able to push it over the edge here. Cost 1 attack, 1 defense, untapped, ready to attack or block as soon as it comes out. Very good early game card, and it's a good late game card because When casted, gain 2 health for every Rebel Knight in your graveyard. So the more you use this card, the better he becomes later in the game, because the more dead ones there are, the more health you're going to be gaining. We have Queen Olivia, the royalty leader for set 2. Has 7 defense, and it costs either 5 chaos crystals or 8 health. The cost for the leaders is actually going to end up right here now, just so that we have a little bit more space for the abilities of the leader, or the skill of the leader, I'm sorry. So this one you can tap to gain 1 health. Okay. You pay 1 crystal, put a +2 defensive counter on target royalty faction creature this turn. That's good if you're attacking. Pay 1 crystal, add 1 health to this leader. Could be very useful if you wanted to soak up some more damage for you. And you can pay 4 crystals. Target royalty faction creature is now a base 4 attack, 4 defense with no skill or effect box. So basically, you can turn any creature, such as a Rebel Knight or any other royalty creature, into just a 4 attack, 4 defense that has no skill on it. So it's just a 4/4 that does nothing basically. But that could be useful if you're not drawing your big guys in the deck, or if you're relying on her, I guess. You can get some big dudes out and just pay for it every 2 turns pretty much. We have Advanced Duelist, cost 3, 4 attack, 2 defense, the opposite of Cairo, so a little bit more aggressive here. If this creature deals damage to an opposing caster, the caster that controls this creature gains 1 health. So you attack them and take a little bit of their health too every time you hit them. Definitely an annoying card, but fun for you. We also have Armed Serviceman, one of my favorite artworks for royalty in set 2 right here. So he cost 1 attack, 1 defense, and he has Battleborn. So that's actually a new skill that you guys haven't seen yet. So Battleborn says put a +1 attack, +1 defense counter on this creature when it's in combat only. So essentially, if you're attacking an opponent and they don't have any creatures, it's not in combat, it's just battling. So it would not get buffed, so you wouldn't hit your opponent for 2 damage, it would just be 1. But if you're attacking a creature to creature, this guy is now in combat against another creature, so he would become 2 attack, 2 defense while in combat. Once he leaves combat, get rid of the counter. He's just a 1/1 again, if he survives battle, of course. So pretty cool card there. Definitely one of my favorite arts. I don't know why I love it so much, but I think it's the color scheme for me. We also have Reserved Soldier, cost 2 attack, 1 defense, a little underpowered, but if a royalty faction creature you control dies while this card is alive, you put a +0/+2 counter on it until death 1 time. So basically he's sitting there, 2 attack, 1 defense, a little bit vulnerable. One of your guys dies, he steps up to the occasion, and he becomes a 2 attack, 3 defense for the rest of his days pretty much. So that is pretty cool. And lastly, we have the rare cards for the royalty faction. We saved those for last. This is Foot Soldier Fleet, cost 5 attack, 5 defense. Every time a primary foot soldier enters the battlefield, put a +1 attack, +1 defense counter on this creature until death. So every time this creature right here, primary foot soldier, enters the battlefield, this gets a permanent +1 attack, +1 defense counter until it dies. So you cast one, now it's a 6/6. You cast another one, it's a 7/7, and so on and so forth. So you can have 4 primary foot soldiers, but there is a card called Speech of the Dead in the royalty faction where you can bring back things from the dead to your hand, and then if you recast it as a primary foot soldier entering the battlefield, so you could technically get higher than a 9/9 with this foot soldier fleet rare. So good luck stopping that, but obviously you need a little bit of luck with the cards and things like that, but could be a very lethal card to go against. And then lastly, we have Worthy Kingdom Knight, another rare, 6 attack, 6 defense, 4/6 crystals. When casted, put a +1 attack, +1 defense on all creatures you control this turn only. So for the turn, all your dudes are buffed for a minute. And as long as this creature is active, which means alive on your battlefield, every time a royalty faction creature is casted, you also gain a health. So the combination of this dude and Foot Soldier Fleet, if they're both on the battlefield and you're casting just small creatures and primary foot soldiers, he's going to be getting buffed. You're going to be gaining health for creatures being casted as well. So these could be very lethal cards, and I think royalty is definitely going to have a step up. Let me know in the comments section if you're a big fan of knights and things like that. I know royalty was done a little dirty in set 1, but I think it is definitely coming around. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hit me up on Discord, follow my Instagram, And of course, like and subscribe for more videos. I'm hoping to pump more out soon. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.